Good morning everyone. Good morning everyone, and you are welcome to today's video. So last night I had a dream about I was picking mint leaves. There was a very big open field and I was with a couple of guys. We were picking mint leaves. So of course eventually I take my dreams very seriously. So I got up in the morning and I went to the shop. There's a shop that I know they sell mint leaves. I just knew there was something the universe was trying to tell me about the mint leaves. So I just went to that shop, and when I was at the shop, a notification popped up on my video, on my phone. A notification popped up about a smoothie. So when I clicked on that notification, then I noticed that actually that particular smoothie, it also contained mint leaves and aloe vera. And in that particular time, the stall that I was standing at the shop, there was aloe vera in front of me. So it's not by coincidence. All of a sudden, I just popped up at the shop. I stood somewhere. There was aloe vera in front of me. And then, of course, the notification also popped up. And that notification, it was how to make an aloe vera smoothie. When I clicked on that notification, when I clicked on that video on YouTube, so there was a lot of these combinations, but in one of the combinations, it included also mint leaves. So eventually I knew exactly what the dream was all about. And I decided to pick up all the ingredients. And today, I'm going to share with you, before I make any video today, I'm going to share with you guys that smoothie, and we're going to see how it's going to turn out. Now, let me go downstairs and we'll do it together. We'll run through it and we'll see how everything is going to work out. Okay? Alright guys, so I'm downstairs and I got all the ingredients. Now let me find the place to put the camera. We'll do this smoothie together and we're going to see how it's going to turn out. Okay? So guys, to make this smoothie, all I need is ginger. I need aloe vera. This is fresh aloe vera. I don't know if you guys can see. That's the fresh aloe vera. Very slimy. And grapes, coconut water, and lemon juice. So let's see how this thing turns out. So I've already put my coconut water in here and the grapes, as you can see. Let's mix this, let's blend this together and we'll see how it turns out. So we're going to add some lemon juice, of course. I don't know how much it should be, something like that. And I'm gonna add the mint leaves and the ginger finally. Let me just cut a little piece of ginger, fresh ginger. This smoothie may turn out to be spicy actually. There we go. The aloe vera is already in. Okay. Maybe a little bit of more coconut water. So let's blend this and see how things turn out to be. think I'm gonna have to save it. Alright, there we go. So guys, it's the moment of truth. That's how the smoothie looks like. I don't know if it's a smoothie or if it's just a juice. So, moment of truth, let's try that. Cheers guys. Oh well. I cannot say that it's the sweetest smoothie you'll ever have, but I think it's more or less of the health benefits. So I think I'm just drinking this for the health benefits. I don't know why the universe directed me towards this smoothie, but as I can see, turns out to be very, very nice and, very quite interesting. It's something new. I'd never tried this before. So I'll drink this smoothie, guys, and we're going to go into the next video. The video for today. Cheers, guys. Morning guys, good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is nikymus and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the things you're going to experience. I have about 8 signs that are becoming a better version of you. So eventually, gone are the days when you used to identify with your older self. So you used to know that person you used to know before. That person is gone, is not anymore. So eventually you're a new person, and sometimes it's a bit confusing and a bit scary because it's like you're going through a journey and it looks as if everything about you is changing, a lot of things are changing, and you can no longer recognize the person you was before. So that is because normally upon awakening, like in my journey, all these things started when I awakened. From the very moment that I awakened, that is exactly when I saw all these transformations happening within my life. And that's when I knew that I was actually transforming to become a completely different version than the person I was before. Now, first of all, when you ascend, when you awaken, first of all, when you awaken, you're going to start ascending to a higher version of yourself. Now, that ascension, of course, is going to take you by surprise. A lot of things, you're not ready for them. And a lot of things are going to be new to you. You will not know exactly what is happening. But again, I've walked this journey already and I know all these steps, and I'm going to help you guys in this video exactly for you to know that you're actually becoming and transforming a newer and a better version of you. So number one, the first sign that you're going to see when you're ascending, as you ascend on your journey, whichever journey you're on, because we all have different journeys, individual journeys we are following, but whichever journey you're on, whatever you want. So number one, you're going to realize that actually your friends and family, they're falling out with you. So those are going to be old friends that you used to know. They're going to be old associates. They're going to be workmates. They're going to be colleagues. They're going to be partners, relationships. A lot of you guys are going to go through breakups, divorces, when it comes to marriage. For some, you're going to separate with those individuals before. The guys that you used to identify with before. So those will be friends, family members, close relatives, and associates. So most of those guys are going to start falling out with you. And the reason because as you ascend, you also raise your vibration. And now, there's a lot of things that you can do and identify with that are no longer resonating with that person that used to be before. So a lot of things, the people around you, they cannot understand this and they cannot resonate with this. You know what I mean? Because your energy levels have shifted, number one. you have gone through a paradigm shift and your energy levels have shifted to a completely different paradigm, and now a lot of people can no longer associate with you. So one of the things that I've also seen along my journey is that I noticed that actually a lot of friends and family, they started to follow up with me in those early days. It was very, very scary and very uncomfortable, of course, because I didn't expect this. I did not see this coming. But I've got to make you guys understand that it's part of your journey of evolution. When you're evolving, you're going to become a different person, and you can no longer stay in that same position you used to be before, and you can no longer be that person you used to be before. So it's going to be a bit scary and a bit uncomfortable, but you've got to know everything is happening in your favor. The universe has got your back, and everything is working out in your favor. So it's sign number one where you're going to see a lot of friends and families, they're falling out with you. It's a very good sign, guys, when you see those kind of things happening. You've got to know that you're becoming a better version of you, and some of those people have got to go. And I've even sometime made a video about this as well. Sign number two is going to be you're going to recognize that you're changing. You're having a complete change in diet. So a lot of things that you used to eat before, the food that you used to feed before, is no longer serving you. You know what I mean? You can now identify that food was actually part of the problem and it's no longer serving you. So you have eventually decided and opted to drop most of the foods you've been eating before. It's going to happen eventually, because as you evolve, your body is also going to demand a specific type of food that you want to eat. You know what I mean? So you're going to start to find yourself gravitating towards specific types of foods. You know what I mean? So if a person, for example, who has been consuming a lot of meats, fatties and all these sausages and things like that, milk products and these things like that, it's going to start to change somehow, because now you're going to see that those foods actually that you've been feeding for all along, all this time, they're no longer serving you. So you're going to drop most of those foods and you're going to replace them with more healthy, a healthy diet, because now you know exactly that the food you eat also influences the person that you become in the process, because you can no longer now consume a lot of fat foods, a lot of foods that are actually weighing you down, because now you understand the importance of food and you understand the energy that the food we put into our bodies, the energy that food carries. Now you're starting to change all those foods, and you're becoming more aware and more conscious about the way you feed. So when that happens, guys, you have got to know you're becoming a new version of you, a better version of you. It's nothing to worry about. It's just because you're going through a lot of changes, spiritual changes within, and you can no longer identify with that diet that you used to have before. The sign number three is you're starting to question schools and religion. So first of all, you're going to see, as you ascend, you're going to look back in time and you realize that actually most of the things you've been taught in schools, everything you've ever learned in school, from the time when you was a kid up to the time you became an adult, that's when you're going to realize that actually a lot of the things you learned in school, they have never made sense. They are no longer making sense. You know what I mean? You might have studied a lot of things about a certain course, driving you towards a certain direction, but now you see it's not exactly that direction you want to go. You know what I mean? So you realizing that actually you spent a lot of unexplainable, useless hours in school for nothing, studying things that you don't even need on your journey of evolution. Now you're going to notice as well that the journey of evolution is a completely different journey. It's a spiritual journey, so it has nothing to do with the schools, the bachelor's degrees you studied, the PhDs you've ever had in school. So you notice that most of those things you started to question, even sometimes you're starting to question the reason why even sometimes you had to sit in class in the first place. You know what I mean? And you're understanding that actually everything you've ever been taught, for as long as you've been sitting in school, everything has always been a lie. And at the same time, you're also going to question your religion. So you're going to notice that actually most of you guys have been religious. And again, it's a bit sensitive. I have to say this is sensitive, because I know a lot of guys are very religious. They're into Bible studies. They're reading the Bibles every day, and that is okay. But you also understand, as you evolve to become a higher version of you, you're also going to realize that actually you're starting to question a lot of these religions, because now you're going to start to see your pastors for who they are, the church members for who they are. You're going to start to look through everybody, and you will notice also that a lot of those individuals who also pretend, or sometimes they claim to be very religious and all these kind of things, they're the number one evil people, and they're doing completely different things outside of the churches. So you're also going to start questioning the schools and religion. That is a sign that you're becoming a better version of you, when you start to notice, when you will start to notice that you're questioning the schools and the religion that you've always been involved with in all your life. Sign number 4 is as a person who is growing and evolving on a very much more spiritual level, you will also notice that you have started to drop the mask. So gone are the days whereby you expected validation, you expected people to love you, you expected people to like you, you expected people to treat you in a certain way. So because every single morning you woke up with a mask, because you wanted to impress your girlfriend, you wanted to impress your parents, you wanted to impress your boss, but now you're realizing that actually you're a free being, you're a sovereign being, and you can think for yourself. So you are dropping the mask and you're becoming more authentic. You're coming out authentically, and it does not matter who is going to validate you. It doesn't matter who is watching you, who is listening to you. You are deciding and choosing to stand in your authenticity and become exactly that person you came here to be. So if you ever notice that thing happening to you guys, you have got to know you are moving towards a new version of you and a better version of you. So it has nothing to worry about. It's just because you're evolving on a very much more spiritual level, and there's no and it shouldn't be of concern. The 5th sign I'll talk about in this video is for you to know that you're becoming a better version of you is when you're going to be very conscious about time. Time is going to become, of course, we know that time is an illusion, but if eventually you know that you cannot wake up every single morning and losing time on useless things. So you're going to know the things you need to do every morning you wake up. You will know exactly what you need to do, the projects you need to start, the creations you need to make. So you're going to know that time is very important. As much as time is an illusion, I'll say it again and again, time is an illusion. In the spiritual world, time does not exist. But again, you realize that actually any time, any minute, any moment, any hour wasted is also an hour dragging you backwards and stopping you from your growth. So you're going to be very, very conscious, and you're going to make sure that each and every moment you get, each and every single day, is put to use effectively. And you want to use your time that you have every single day in the right way, in the right manner. That is a sign, a very big sign, guys, that you're moving towards a better version of you. So sign number 6 is you will have that moment whereby you think you need more in life, you know what I mean? And eventually you notice that actually you are by yourself, because a lot of guys on the spiritual journey, they're by themselves. So you're doing things by yourself, there's no one around you, and that's when you're going to notice that actually you are contributing. It's like every single morning you want to contribute, you want to put something, you want to put a stone, you want to put a brick to your foundation. Because a lot of guys who are growing on a spiritual level, they have usually found their life purpose, they know what they want to do. Every morning they wake up, they know exactly what they need to do and where they need to go. So you want to notice that actually, you will notice that every single morning you are contributing a lot. You're investing in yourself, number one. You're investing your energy, you're investing your money, you're investing your time in contributing to your own personal growth. So whatever it is you want to do, it could be a small business, you know what I mean? It could be a small shop, it could be anything you want to do for yourself. As a person who is on a spiritual journey, you're going to notice that every single morning you want to contribute, you want to invest your money in the right place, and you invest your energy in the right place. And also by doing that, you will also put a lot of contributions towards that objective, whatever it is you want to achieve. That is a very big sign, guys. Pay very close attention to that. It's a very big sign that you're moving towards a better version of you. So sign number 6, that is sign number 7 actually, is you're going to notice as a person who is evolving on a very much more spiritual level, you'll notice that you're actually falling out with old habits. So there's things you used to do, there is hobbies you used to like, you know what I mean? You might have been a person who used to like to go to the pubs, to drink, to sit down with your friends, and spend the whole night or the whole evenings doing some other things that actually are not serving you. So you will notice that actually as you grow and as you evolve to become a better version of you, you're going to notice that you're falling out with old habits. So you might be a person who used to be smoking drugs, you used to use a lot of drugs. You may be a person who used to be a smoker, a drinker, a fornicator, a porn watcher, things like that. A lot of dirty habits along your journey. Before you started the journey, the spiritual journey, you're going to start deleting and removing those habits and those things one by one out of your life, because now you realize what exactly is serving you and the things that are of your highest good. So you will find yourself also dropping a lot of these kind of things, old habits, sometimes people and places as well. So the last one, which is sign number 8, is you will notice as a person who is growing spiritually, evolving, you notice that actually you have become fearless. You see, the very moment you awaken, guys, I'll guarantee you, me personally, in my own journey, I used to be a very fearful person, you know what I mean? So normally the fear is associated with the ego. So the ego is that thing which tells us that, oh, you know what, you cannot do this because somebody is going to think like this, somebody is going to do this. So you're always thinking about the negatives because of the ego. So the ego like tries to hide you from your true self, and tries to shadow you from the things you need to do and the person you need to be. So you're fearful about a lot of things. I used to be very, very fearful. You know, I would never expect that actually I would even sometimes do the things I'm doing today. But eventually, when you awaken, you realize that actually you are a sovereign being, number one, and you're powerful beyond measure. And the power has always been with you. It's just because of the social construct and the society construct and the way you've been brought up within this matrix that has always made you think that you're actually worthless and you need to fear some things or some people for some reason. But at that moment, when you start to evolve and grow towards a new version of yourself, you will drop the fear. So it's like you're going to stand into your authenticity and do everything in your power to make sure that nothing will stop you. So you're going to become also unstoppable. So a person who is evolving on a spiritual level is a person who is unstoppable. There's nothing that can shake you. Nothing can shake you. Yes, people will try. A lot of events will happen that will try to get you off your path, to put you off your path, but you're going to notice that every single morning, every single day, you're continuing to go forward no matter what is happening. So it is like you can say whatever it is you want to say, because remember, you're also becoming more authentic. So you're not worried about who is listening. You're not worried about who is watching. You're not worried about who is close to you. You know that whatever you're talking about is the truth. So when you're talking about the truth, you talk about that truth without fear in you. So that is a sign, a very big sign, guys, that you're becoming a better version of you. So guys, in these signs that I've given to you guys, I want to know which of them resonates with you. I encourage you guys to keep on watching my videos, support the channel if you want to, book a session if you want to, and share these videos and like the page if you want to. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, guys. Much love and blessings, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.